This is an upper body strength workout for your luteal phase. In this workout, we are using body weight only. So we're tapping into the same key actions and mechanism that might apply in a strength workout, but we're only using body weight movement patterns. So no dumbbells, no resistance bands. This is a great workout to take with you on the road or anytime that you just don't have access to equipment. This is not a high intensity workout, but we are really moving our upper body and targeted muscles into overload and fatigue. With that, make sure you give yourself plenty of time for recovery and rest between exercises, between sets. We are in the luteal phase, so there is a bit of energy available for us to use, but with baseline metabolism elevated as we move into the second half of the cycle, we can risk depleting our body's resources if we overexert. So just be mindful and really check in often throughout this practice to make sure that you've got that steady, strong effort, but that you're letting your body, your heart rate recover in between. This is not a timed workout, so we are using a rep structure of 10 reps in the first round, 20 reps in the second round, and 10 in the third. So each exercise is done with that rep structure. So go at your own pace. You might find that you're moving through much more quickly than I am, or maybe you need to dial it back, maybe you need more recovery. I want you to honor where you are on this day, in this moment, and use the pause button as needed. With this workout, what's great about it is after that first round, when you have the container set, you can really go at your own pace. You won't even need the instruction after that unless you need a bit of motivation and kind of that conversation with someone else who's doing the workout with you. As you know, I'm shooting this intro after having completed the workout, and it is such an empowering one, especially for the upper body. If you're like me, where upper body is a bit of a challenge, it doesn't quite come as easily to me, these workouts really help me feel empowered and strong. We're working all the muscles that support our posture throughout the day. And so this movement practice, while also being a mechanism of self-care, it can help the way you show up in the world just by virtue of your posture. It can help your spine stay elongated and support your abdominal organs so that everything is functioning at its optimal capacity. So grab your mat, your towel, your water, and let's get started with today's workout. We are ready to get started with our upper body strength workout using body weight only. All you'll need is a mat or a bit of a soft surface to take a bit of pressure off your wrists. This movement practice is workout only, so we haven't included the warm-up or the cool down, but we have linked to those elements in the video description below. Otherwise, if you're coming in warm, we'll get started right away. This one is not a timed workout. We are using a pyramid rep structure. So the first round will be 10 reps of each exercise, then 20, and then we come back down to 10. We have a fun timed finisher at the end that I'll explain when we get there. I'll be walking you through all the way. In that first round, there will be a bit more guidance and cueing so that you can get the form right. And really with these workouts that aren't timed, please go at your own pace. You can use the pause button if you need to. And once we get through that first round, you can really find the rhythm and the pace that works best for you. So we'll start at the back of our mat. Our first movement pattern is an inchworm. So we're walking the hands out to plank. You can take or leave a push-up and then walking back. We'll take a deep breath to begin. Inhale and exhale, sigh it out. Let's begin with inchworm, 10 reps. Inhale, reach your arms high. And as you exhale, walk your hands out. Find that strong, stable plank. Push up here if you like it. And then walk the hands back to the feet. Reach the arms up. Inhale. And as you exhale, walk back down. So this can be as quick or as slow as you need for this opening movement pattern. That's 2. And walking down. I like to circle the arms there, just creating a bit of range of motion for the shoulders. That's 3. Using your breath. This is a great opening movement to really connect mind, body, and breath. Find that rhythmic pattern. That's 5. 6. You might start to feel this in the legs a bit too. 7, 8, almost there with this first round. So we have 3 movement patterns that employ the push mechanism right out the gate. So warming the chest and shoulders. Last one here. And reach up. Our next movement pattern is a downward dog push-up. So I'll walk you through kind of the first rep to get the mechanics, and you can see how the movement works. So you find your downward dog, and then the goal here with the push-up is you're moving the crown of your head directly beneath your thumbs. So you're following the line, the axis of your arm. So it looks like this. Straight down and back up. The elbows can bend out to the sides here. We've got 10 reps. That's 1, 2, breathe out on the exertion. Keep that nice stable spine. Belly drawing in. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9. Keep the sitting bones reaching up, and 10. The next movement pattern, we're in our third push pattern for this round. We're taking the hands nice and wide, a bit wider than shoulder width distance. You can come into hands and knees. If you're in hands and knees, though, it's less like a table and more like half plank. So the hips are nice and low in that alignment with the crown and shoulders. So if you're here, this is your half push-up. Otherwise, coming up on the toes, again, keeping the hips nice and low. Think magnetizing hip points to the low ribs, and then stretch your heart forward. We're here for 10 push-ups in the wide form with the arms. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can always start on the toes and come down to the knees if you need to. 8. Squeeze the hands together on the way up. And 10. Shake it out. Coming back up to stand here. Just stretching it out a bit after that round of pushing. So we have 3 back-to-back exercises that kind of target a different aspect of the push mechanism. Now we're coming back down onto the belly. So get comfy here on the belly. You can bring your hands as a pillow underneath your forehead. And we're just alternating here. So we're going to bring the heels together and the knees bend, and we're lifting the thighs. So think knees as high up off the ground as you can get them. And then we'll bring the feet back down, turn the tops of the feet down, and then we'll have a swimmer. So you lift up and hug the elbows back to your sides. So those two together is 1 rep. We're doing 10 reps. Here we go. So it's a Frogger, lift, put the feet down, swimmer. That's 1, 2, so targeting the posterior chain here. 3, feel the back muscles awaken. 4, really squeeze the elbows down to your sides. And lift the torso as you rise. 6, 7, you got this, breathing deeply. 8, 9, and 10. Finish strong. And slowly coming back up. So our next movement pattern, we're back to the push, but this time a unilateral movement. So we'll come down onto the side. You can lay all the way down and begin with your knees a little bit bent. Sometimes that can make this movement a little bit more accessible. As you progress, you can start to straighten the legs out to the side. So I'll demonstrate both forms here. The arm that you're laying on, cross that to the opposite shoulder. And then the hand that's on top, place it down in front of you. This is a tricep push-up. So we'll place the hand down, and it's a simple lift and lower. So it's here. Lift and lower down. That's with knees bent. If your legs are extended, it activates a bit more of the core and the obliques. It's like this. Lift and lower. So we're here for 10 reps. Let's go. 1. Really targeting and isolating the tricep, the back of the arm here. 3. So the legs are heavy. They might want to pop up, but if you can, keep them grounded. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching sides here, you can just turn to the other side or face the other direction on your mat. So again, coming down to the side, taking the opposite shoulder there, and letting the hand come down in front. We're here for 10 reps. Keep the belly strong. So think that the low ribs are knitting to the hip points and you're keeping the chest expansive. Here we go. 1, 2. This one might take a little bit to get the hang of. The mechanics are a little bit different than some of the other body weight tricep exercises that you might be used to. 7, 8. You should really feel in those last couple reps that there is significant challenge. So it's the same technique as in our strength workouts, that those last few reps, we should really have to breathe and dig deep to get through them. So our next movement pattern here is a plank up down. So we're starting in high plank. Wrists are under the shoulders. We've got one straight line in the spine, belly drawing in, hips are nice and low. And we're just lowering forearms and then coming back up, alternating sides for 10 reps. Here we go. Forearms down. That's 1. Switch sides. That's 2. So the key here is to keep the hips and shoulders square. They're going to want to pop open to make this a little bit easier, but can you keep the belly pointing down, the hips pointing down? That's 6, 7, 8. So really using the arms to lift up. Try not to use momentum, but instead the strength here. And 10. Rest for a moment, shake out your arms. Going to adjust my mic here. Sometimes with the upper body workouts, the mic gets a little bit tingled, moves around on me. Here we go. So stretch out, grab a towel and some water here. There we go. Our next movement is a shoulder tap. So you're coming into your high plank. Again, the hips stay low the entire time. As you get tired, they're going to want to inch up. Can you engage the belly to lower them down? Keep the heart stretching forward here. The hips and shoulders stay square. We just tap and tap. We're here for 10. 1, 2, 3. Nothing moves but the arms. 6, 8, and 10. Coming down. We're into our side plank with a reverse fly. So you can come into full side plank. I'll show a couple of options here before we get started. Side plank with you're on the feet and the hand. Another option is to come down to the forearm. It's a little less intense on the wrist if you have any wrist sensitivity. Another option is to come down to the knees. So you're here. So you have those 3 options. You can adjust as you go through. You can start with one and change to another. So start in our side plank, and then the top arm is going into a fly. So really squeeze the shoulder blades, press them onto the back. Think you're flattening the shoulder blades onto the back as you come up. We're here for 10. That's 1. Close the arm and open. 3. Micro bend in that supporting elbow so that we're not collapsing into the joint. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So again, here, so important. with many of these upper body exercises to create that stable foundation in the low belly and the core. So hip points and low ribs magnetize together. You might notice that your shoulders start to collapse. So keep that, open the shoulders, extend the spine. There we go. Coming into the second side for our side plank now, find your option, and it can be different from one side to the other. Here we go. We close the arm and open, squeeze the shoulder blades. That's 1, 2. So in these body weight strength workouts, the key is mind-muscle connection. When you create that pathway, the muscles can engage. They activate in the way that you're wanting them to. You create more room for growth, more room for progress. 9 and 10. Excellent job. Coming down for our hand release push-ups. So again, a little bit of a complex movement pattern, but once you get the rhythm, your body kind of knows what to do. So we begin in the hand release position. In this push-up, your arms are right close to your body and the hands are underneath the shoulders. I like to have the fingertips kind of at the heads of my shoulders. Hug the elbows into your sides. So notice they might want to wing out. Can you zip them into your sides and open the shoulders up? This is the hand release position. So your hands are up and then it's a simple push-up and down, hand release. Options here to keep your knees down. The legs are more or less together. So we're keeping this kind of that energy to the midline. So we're drawing into the center. We've got 10 here. Let's go. 1, release the hands. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the belly strong. 6. So it's like pressing a board straight up. 7. Kind of magnetize the hands together as you lift. 8. 9. Again, those last few should be a challenge. Here we go. You can stand up, shake it out. We're at the end of our first round of movements. We're going into our 20 rep round. So here, now that we have the container set, a couple of things you can move through on your own if you want to go quicker or slower. And for this one, we might pick up the pace a little bit to get through those 20 reps. Now that we have the form, the mechanics working for us, we know what to do. We can check in with the breath and give the mind a job to do by counting the reps. So here we go. We're starting with our inchworm, back of the mat. Reach up, inhale, and exhale. Walk the hands out to plank. You can take or leave the push-up. We have a lot of them in this series, so be mindful, conserve your energy if needed. 2. 3. So let this become your moving meditation. Take as many breaks as you need to. Try not to check out during any part of the movement, whether it be the rise to stand or the transition, hands back to feet. That's 8. We're on 9. And 10 here. We have 10 more. So I'll pause here, kind of shake it out, reset. 20 reps is a lot no matter what exercise you're doing. So I'm going to transition now to taking the push-up out. I can feel my heart rate elevating a bit, moving into that exertion state. So just dialing it back a little for the next 5 or so, coming just to plank and walking back. That's 11, 12. So here, focusing instead of on the push-up, focusing on really finding that strong plank alignment. This is 15. 16. 17. 2, 3 more. Here we go. Almost there. So you almost feel with this workout, with these movements, like there's a lock into place. You can find that strong plank before you start to walk back and reach. That's 20 reps. Coming into our downward dog push up here. So it's isolating the shoulders. So find your strong downward dog shape. Hands about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. We're here for 20. So the crown goes straight to the thumbs. 1, 2, 3. You got this. Let your mind focus on counting the reps so that it can't wander, so that you can stay present. Anytime we are worried, it's generally when our mind is not in the present. We might be worried about something in the future or ruminating about something in the past. When we check in with the breath, we let the mind focus on the reps, we can be here fully and completely. 19 and 20. Shaking it out, getting ready now for our wide push-ups here. So again, the hands a bit wider than shoulder width. You can be on the toes or on the knees. You can switch halfway through, whatever you need to maintain quality reps all the way from start to finish. Here we go, 20 push-ups. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze the hands, magnetize them together as you come up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Breathe. Take a break when you need it. Reset. 14, 15, 17, 18. So in those last few reps, they should be hard. Dig deep. 19 and 20. Shake out those arms. Stretch the chest a bit. And we're moving now down onto the belly for the alternating frogger and swimmer. So lower down, pillow your hands. The first movement, the heels touch. We lift the knees, activate the glutes and the low back. Come down, swimmer, elbows to the sides, palms pressing down. That's 1. 2, find your rhythm. You can take out the hard edges of these movements and let them flow into each other. That's 5. So important to work the posterior chain. Supports our posture, which helps all of your organs perform at their highest level when they have the space, when the spine is aligned and allows them to do so. For me, that was a bit of a light bulb that went off later in life, that posture is not about aesthetics. It's about your body's function. It's about how you carry yourself in the world, how you show up, how you feel. That's 12. Almost there. 13. 14. You can always slow this down if you need to. 15. Last few reps here. Keep them strong. So you really feel the back body activating, awakening. And last one. Excellent job. Coming up. Starting to feel a bit of heat now that we're in the 20 rep round. We're climbing that pyramid, getting to the top before we come back down. We're into our tricep push-up next. So coming down onto the mat, adjusting here. So that bottom arm, hand comes to opposite shoulder. You can keep the knees bent or the legs straight. 20 reps, break them down however you need to into sets of 5 or 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, you got this. Stay strong. Let the lower body be heavy. That's 10. Take a rest, recalibrate. Shake out the arm and come right back in. Here we go. 11, 12, 13, know that this is the most challenging round. 14, so that strength aspect of this workout, it's in the last few reps where you have to dig deep. We're pushing the muscles into overload. 15, 5 more, here we go. 2 more, you got this. 1 and 2. So that's where it is, that little edge, that struggle that you know you're pushing a little bit beyond what you thought you could do, and staying strong, connecting to breath all the way through. Here we go, 20 reps on the next side. 1, 2. Notice any difference you feel from one side to the other. 6, 7, 8. Really push on the way up. 10, take a rest. Shake it out if you need to, or keep going. You got this. Make it your own. 11, so really push through the entire palm. 12, 13, really feeling it on this side. 14, 15, 5 more. 4, here we go. Finish this set strong. 2, and 1. Nice work. Coming out of that, getting ready for our plank up down. So shaking it out, grab water, towel off, and then we'll jump right back in here to our plank, down to forearm plank. We're here for 20 reps. Make them solid from start to finish. Here we go. 1, 2. Keep those hips super low. That's 4, 5, 6. Hip points and low ribs magnetizing together. 8, 9. Hips and shoulders square. That's 10. Just 10 more. 12. Breathe here. 14. Let your mind find its own way to count the reps in a way that keeps you focused. That's 18. 2 more. Here we go. And 20. Coming down that one, you really start to feel your belly working for you. Turning the abs on. Coming into our shoulder plank, shoulder taps next. Again, you can always take this in half plank. If you're in half plank, the hips are nice and low. Shoulders are over the wrists. Otherwise, you're on the toes. Hips and shoulders stay square. We're just tapping the shoulders. Magnetize the inner elbows to each other. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14. You got this. 16. Stay with it till the end. 18, 19, and 20. Rest. Shake it out. Our next movement pattern is the side plank with reverse fly. So really let your body recover here. Let your heart rate come down before you come into the next exercise. And we're not moving this into super high intensity. We want to feel the heat from the inside out, but in a way that is sustainable, where we give ourselves recovery time. So you can bring your hand down, choose your plank adventure here, your side plank adventure, and then we begin. It's a reverse fly. So this is 1, 2, 3, micro bend in that bottom elbow. 5, press the shoulder blades onto the back. 6, 7, the shoulders stay stacked, the hips stay stacked. 8, 9, and 10. 10 more. Here we go. 10. You got this. 9. Activate the upper back. 8. It's a hard to reach place, especially with modern lifestyles where we are chronically underutilizing the upper back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, shake out the wrists, stretch them out a bit. Coming to the second side. So this one, really firing up the belly. The second half, these movement patterns, is really core centric. So we're creating body positioning that helps us access the upper body, but while activating the core. So you're getting kind of a 2-for-1 here. Let's go. 20 reps on the second side. Make this side new. Shake off any expectations you have. 3, 4. So for me, balance a little bit more of a challenge on this side. So rather than following the pattern of my arm, I'm going to focus the gaze on a single point to help create that balance. 10, 11, here we go, 12. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Keep the belly strong. Hips to low ribs. Create that stable foundation. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Excellent job. So our final movement pattern will be a challenge. These hand release push-ups are no joke. So just like we've been doing, break them up if you need to. You can do sets of 5, you can do sets of 2, you can knock out the first 10. However you can get to those 20 reps in the way that suits your body. So we get the hands close to the body, elbows are hugging in, legs together, so we create this stable, steady board that we're just lifting and lowering. Hands release, here we go. 1, 2, 3. You can set a goal in your mind for how many reps you want to get before you reset. For me, that's 10. Almost there, that's 8 reps. 9. And 10. I'm going to shake it out and come down onto the knees for at least the next few reps. I can feel my lower back wanting to dip a little bit. So just making those adjustments as needed. That's listening to the body. That's where these movement practices become self-care, when you're not doing them to the body, but for the body. Here we go. Next 5. Let's knock them out. 1, 2. Hips stay low, even if you're on your knees. 4 and 5. Shaking out the wrists. I'm going to finish with the last 5 on the toes. You choose your own adventure here. We'll get ready. Release the hands. 5 more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So this is that work zone where it's a real struggle. That's the strength aspect of this workout. Last one. I'm with you. Those are killer. Shake it out. We're coming down the pyramid now, thank goodness. Just 10 reps of each exercise. And then we're ready to cool down. Come to the back of your mat. We do have a finisher. I forgot to mention that. But it's optional, so you can take it or leave it. Here we go, 10 inchworms. Reach up, walk out. I'm going to leave the push-up for this round, at least for the first few reps, and just let this be about fluidity, about clearing out any tension that might be residual from that high volume 20 rep round. Coming to that strong plank. 3, 4, 5. Don't worry if you leave the push-up out. There are plenty of push-ups in this workout, so you won't be missing out. 6, 7. Just make sure you come all the way to your strongest plank. 8, 9. This is 10. All right, coming back up, shaking it out, moving into our downward dog push-ups here. Slightly different targeted key action where we're moving the crown of the head toward the thumbs. 10 reps, here we go. Really working the shoulders here. 2, 3, let the lower body stay stable. 4, sitting bones reaching skyward. You got this. 3 more reps. 3, 2, 1. Keep the belly strong. Come down. We have our wide push-ups here. You can come down onto the knees if you need to, or stay on the toes. It's just 10 reps. We'll power through them. Again, those last few should be a struggle. Hips are nice and low. Here we go. 10 reps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze the hands together. 4, 3. Here's that challenge. 2, and 1. Breathing through. Shake out your wrists. We'll give the wrists a bit of a break now, coming down onto the belly for the alternating Frogger and Superwoman. Here we go. Lowering down, pillow the hands. Heels together, lift. And swimmer, squeeze. Lift the legs. Lift the heart. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Just 2 more of these. Check in. Notice as we near the end, if your mind starts to move away from your workout and into what's coming next. Can you stay here? Can you stay present all the way till the end? We're almost there. Got our tricep push-up, 10 reps each side. Here we go. 10, 9, body stays strong. 6, 5, you got this. 4, Find that challenge in the last few reps. 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Starting to feel that glow from the inside out. Powerful upper body. Here we go, 10 reps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, just 5 more. 5, 4, backs of the arms on fire. 3, 2, but it's sneaky. So you may not even really feel the work in the backs of the arms until tomorrow, when you know that you've worked through into that growth zone. Push the muscles into overload so that they can grow stronger. And for this response to happen, so important to fuel your muscles before and after your workout. So keep that in mind as we get near the end. We're coming into our plank up downs. Just 10 reps. Hips nice and low, heart stretching forward. Let's go. 1, 2, hips and shoulders square. 3, feel the belly alive. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you really start to feel that engagement that can stay with you through your day, support your posture and how you carry yourself from here through the rest of what you have going on for your day. So we're coming into shoulder taps now. Get your strong plank set up. Just 10 reps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep those shoulders square. 5, 6, 7. These can be quick. 8, 9, and 10. We are in the home stretch of this strength portion before we start our finisher. So we're coming into side plank flies. Here we go. Get your side plank set up. 10 reps. 1, draw the shoulder blades onto the back like you're giving yourself a hug, an upper back hug. Here we go. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Switching sides here. This is our last movement before the hand release push-ups. We'll finish strong. Here we go. Set up. 1. Can feel this happening in myself, so I'll just remind you, let there be no rush through this last round. 4, 5, you made it this far. Stay checked in all the way till the end. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Get ready for your hand release push-ups. We've just got 10 of these. Finishing strong. Reset. Gather your awareness. And then we'll begin. Release the hands and push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 more. Stay strong. Come down onto the knees if you need to. 3 more. 3. These last 3 should be the hardest yet. 2. Last one. You got this. You can do it. Release the hands and push up. And 1. Come up to stand. Shake out those wrists. Shake out your arms. Maybe some shoulder circles. So we have our timed finisher next. I will get my interval timer set up. We have 3 minutes of 30-second intervals. And I will walk you through. It's pretty simple. It's going to seem very simple to start, but it will build. The heat will build. So our first movement, you can take your right arm and it's just a circle. So we start in the horizontal plane and we circle in one direction. It doesn't seem like much, but after 30 seconds, you'll start to feel it. So we've got 10 seconds once I start my timer now. And get ready. You have your right arm out to the side, palm facing forward, and we'll go in 3, 2, 1. So make these really strong circles. It might feel a bit strange, like your arm is sort of out of control, but can you create that powerful key action in the shoulders, create that strong circular motion? So we're not only creating mobility in the shoulders, but creating strength all the way across the chest, into the arms. We're here for 5 more seconds, and then we're switching sides. So we start to feel it. Now switch sides. After all that upper body work, you might start to feel this. And if you're not yet, don't worry. We've still got more than 2 minutes of this left to really move the arms into overload so that the muscle fibers can break down, come back stronger. 3, 2, 1. Take the hands out, press your palms forward. Tiny pulse. Just pressing forward. Keep the shoulder blades hugging together and just press. Press. We're here for 30 seconds. Don't let your arms drop below the horizontal plane. So from the side, it's just here. Tiny movement. We're keeping the arms level with the shoulders. You might kind of walk side to side if you need to. 2 and 1. Flip the palms back. Now we're pressing back. Keep the shoulders relaxed, softening away from the ears. Low ribs drawing in, hip points hugging together. So you keep the low belly engaged, the core supporting. 15 more seconds here. You might be starting to feel that heat, the shoulders talking to you. Press. So really activate the arms and press like you're resisting something here. 2 and 1. Palms up, press up. The shoulders are relaxed. We're squeezing the arms. So imagine like you're pushing something up, up, up. Keeping the arms at shoulder height. We're almost through this set, and then we have 30 seconds left, and you are on your way to your cool down. 5, and turn the palms down, press down, resist, press down. It's a tiny pulse. You should really start to feel the shoulders burning. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back. Chest is broad and spacious. Just 15 more seconds. Stay strong. Don't let those arms drop. I know you want to. 10 more seconds. Stay with it through the end. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those arms. Excellent, excellent job. Big circles with the shoulders. You did it. Your upper body should feel the work now. And what I love about upper body workouts is even if you have a bit of fatigue throughout the day, a bit of even soreness, it sort of cues you into, oh, these are the muscles that are supporting my posture. And it helps remind you to activate them, to let them participate even off the mat in the rest of your day so that you can stand up tall, you can show up in the world the way that you want to. So we don't have a cool down in this video itself, but we have linked to an upper body cool down in the description below that will really create a nice stretch and length in the arms to complement this practice. But if this is where we part, I want to thank you so much for letting your body be moved today.